Hi everyone, Dawn White with PennLive here at the Baltimore Ravens cheerleading practice in Owings Mills, Maryland. And I'm joined now by two Baltimore Ravens cheerleaders, Cody and Jenna, both from Pennsylvania. We were talking a little bit earlier about all the different dances that you have to learn and remember. How many dances is that, and how do you remember all the moves?
Sure. So we have about 14 fillers that are called out at the flip of a hat. We pull them out and do them 8 times sometimes, 1 time sometime, and then every game we have a full-on routine. So we're learning our routine now for the game that we're going to do on the 16th. As far as remembering them, practice morning, night, in your sleep, laying on your pillow. I don't know if you have any tips or tricks about remembering them, but pretty much never going a day without practicing them.
Jenna hit the nail on the head. We come early, so our practice normally starts at 6 o'clock, but the rookies are normally here at 5 o'clock practicing together just so that we're prepared to learn new material and present to our coaches what we've learned.
And you said you have a cheerleading background, not a dance background?
Yes.
So how is that for you, learning all these dances?
So, not having a dance background, when it comes to the cheer motions, it's in my comfort zone. I feel that I do well. But when it comes to the technical aspects of the dance routines, that's when I really have to put in extra work, get with some of my teammates that do have the technical experience, so it is a challenge.
And then Jenna, having a dance background but not a cheerleading background, how was the adjustment for you?
Yeah, so it is an adjustment. You might not think it is because I am on the dance team, but things as simple as a dancer I used my hands, but as I'm on the Ravens cheerleading team I use palms the whole time, so I'm always dancing with fists. And so there's definitely differences, and I have to remember to be really sharp. I can't be stylistic. I have to be Ravens and match my teammates. It's not a solo, we're a team. So.
Do you have any rituals that you do before games to get yourself mentally prepared?
Yeah, I mean, Cody and I are both rookies. Every time we get to the stadium, we are in that mirror practicing our routine because we're not going to be the ones to mess it up. Yeah, so we're always practicing.
And if you do mess up, then what do you do?
Keep pushing. Don't stop smiling.
Yes, keep smiling.
No big deal. Know that you can fix it in the end. Good end pose makes everything better.
And then we have some male Ravens cheerleaders over here, Dan and Quan, also from Pennsylvania. So you all don't dance officially, but you do some of the different formations, the buckets and the pyramids. So how do you prepare for that and, make sure that you have that trust and that you're not going to be dropping someone?
So baskets are probably the most important. Baskets go really high in the air, and we are responsible for catching the girl. You have to catch the girl in a way that you're not going to hurt her. And some of our baskets transfer, so you have to make sure you're in the right spot because a girl might be coming across through the formation and you have to catch her. So safety is always number one, and you definitely have to make sure you're in the right spot at the right time. You know your counts for baskets. Pyramids are just as dangerous, but you have more bodies underneath there, so there are more people to possibly catch if anything goes wrong. And then also when we stunt on our own, when we do one-on-one stunts, you have to make sure you're in the right spot just so that you don't hit somebody in another person's way when you're doing a different skill. Some of the girls do things in the air where they can hit another girl. So you have to make sure that you're keeping your partner safe. And any girl that goes in the air, you make sure that you're in the right spot and right position to catch her.
And how do you, it's a little different than the dancing, but how do you remember where you're supposed to be on the field and what you're supposed to do? Because you are doing a lot of different things as well.
So watching videos and just like the girls, just watching yourself in the mirror, going over the motions and making sure that you're grasping and hitting each count. With us, I know communicating with my teammates and my partner and my stunt group, we go over different counts and the different elements that we have going on in our routine. And we mark through and making sure that we're all dipping on the same count. Our arms are at the right places at the right time, and that, like Dan said, we're at the correct position to catch the girls because the safety is number one.
And any rituals you have before the games to get yourself mentally or physically into it?
Mentally, I definitely run through the routine in my head, especially before we go out there, before the game, in the morning, on the drive-in. Since we do commute from Pennsylvania, we have a nice long drive to run through some notes. I mentally go skill by skill, one step at a time, make sure that I give myself mental notes during the routine that I know I'm doing the best to my ability throughout that routine. So I might tell myself, okay, I have to do this technique full out. I need to save myself in this part of the routine. I need to catch here. And then just one step at a time, and then get all the way to the end and then start back over. And then it just becomes muscle memory over time. And the routines, you should, when you go out there, you should know exactly what you're doing as soon as you hear the music and know exactly where you need to be.
And then what about you?
Going off of what Dan said was like hearing the music. I typically like to listen to the routine music a lot often and visualize myself and my team doing the routine. And again, going that skill for skill, step-by-step process, that really helps you to be able to take on each part of the routine to make sure that you're fully executing and meeting the expectations that our coach puts out for our routine to make sure that it is absolutely executed.
And you said you try not to have fried food on game day?
Yes. If I have fried food on game day, it kind of makes me feel heavy. Like I can barely do any of my flips that I try to do on the sidelines.
Okay, well thanks very much for joining us.
Yep.
And then a print version of this story will be on PennLive.com. Have a great day, everyone.